Hey everybody.
I'm a pro. I don't need a slate.
Oh, what's up everybody? Welcome to the Noonchi Podcast.
What up?
Today, it's one of the earlier times we were recording.
Yeah, the sun is still out.
You know, I always felt like the Noonchi Podcast, like after the episode,
Yeah.
after we record, like that's the end of my day. You understand what I'm saying? Like
Whatever day,
it's
given
like
day that we
it's like
record.
I don't want to say it's like Pavlovian, but it's kind of like we've done it that way for so long
Yeah.
that after we're done, it's still probably work hours.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna be like, I'm out of here.
I feel you. Yeah. It sucks when we film
Right.
and then we got to go back to work.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's a weird feeling.
Yeah.
That's
but
why I'm often like, hey, let's go get a drink.
I know. Speaking of which, I haven't done that in a long time.
Yeah, I know. You've done pretty well with this whole trying to take care of yourself.
Yes.
I hate it.
In the last episode, when I said in order to kind of live a little better, that I would try to eat a few more salads.
Yeah.
And you gave me that look like, what you know about vegetables, right? Like, but I kept it up. So
You've been eating salads ever since? So that means,
not every day,
can I guess?
not every day, but like at least one salad a day for 4 days of the week.
And you've been having solid poops?
No, that's a thing.
No?
Like, I've been more constipated.
Oh, you've been constipated?
Yeah.
Oh, because it's all like your body's used to just letting like
Yes, like
the sewage out.
the best times, like I don't want to say I'm regular, but
Mhm.
when I shit the most is the day after boozing.
Okay.
Is when that's when
Dangerous.
everything comes out.
Dangerous because
Right.
you drink some nights, the next day you have work,
Right.
and you're on that train or subway or bus for a good hour.
Yeah.
so.
So I
Here we
like,
go again talking about
you know what?
shite.
I feel like that's universal. Nowhere else. There's nothing else we can talk about
Mm-hmm.
that people from all over the world they can subscribe to, right? Like
I
everybody
guess.
takes shits, everyone fucks, right?
I mean, we might as well just change this podcast to
the shitty podcast,
the shit talking podcast.
But anyway, so I've tried to be
Shitty podcast.
a little bit healthier.
How so? On top of
in terms of the
salad
eating and now
less
that
drinking.
rumor has it that they're going to lift the curfew next month.
Oh yeah, November 1st?
Yes.
Is that right?
Yes.
That's in a week.
Yes. That's when
Less than a week.
I'm going to go to the gym more.
Oh, okay.
So
Because you can't because the hours are extended. Okay,
so I'm not. There's no way I'm gonna do it before work
right.
because I'm like sleep is so important for me.
Actually, that was one of the
Right.
factors for me.
Right.
I needed to go before work, but showers they won't let you showers
Right,
now. But maybe they will.
They won't let you showers now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. Did you throw an S on it?
Oh, I don't know.
They won't let you shower.
Yeah, they won't let you showers.
What is this, an homage to Danny Park or something?
I was just thinking that. You after this, you want to go get some Starbucks? Oh man, inside jokes.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Do you have? I don't know. I feel like the pluralization
Mhm.
of things is also off here in this country.
Yeah, I mean that's the one thing I find myself forgiving the most. Like my wife texts me all the time, and she tells me to correct her, but I don't want to work. I know what she's saying, but sometimes I'll say, yeah, that's like
Like what?
Plural.
Is there a sentence that you remember?
no. Often, I think Koreans, even on our team,
Oh.
they speak English really well.
Yeah.
For the most part,
Yeah.
but a lot of them sometimes they add an S or they don't add an S or
Did you buy the cookies?
yeah, something like that. Or
speaking of the improper pluralization, just improper grammar, just the English. I last night, so our company and every company, they once a year they have to do training, sexual harassment.
Oh yeah, you gotta do.
Like being cool with handicapped people,
compulsory education.
Yeah, like that kind of stuff, right? Like sensitivity training,
Yeah,
pretty much.
right.
And so, in order for people like us to understand it, the intros are all in English. Right?
Oh yeah, the entire intro.
Right.
Is all in
And
English.
then like the actual training is in Korean, but with subtitles.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And all across the whole project, there's just things wrong with it. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like in
yeah.
terms of the English, from
Yeah.
the subtitling to the actual title of the course.
Yeah.
Is so something like "Belong with Me" or some shit like that, right? And I went, and then there's some act outs. It's like panels, like it's almost like
It's
a
like a
cartoon.
game. It's like a talk show.
Yeah.
They try to make it more fun.
Right.
Because it is like very like boring, I guess.
Yeah.
So they make it talk show Yening style. Yening style. What do you call it? Yening style.
Yeah.
And it doesn't make it any better.
Yeah. I mean, come on, man. How are you gonna make like sexual harassment training?
The scenarios, there's acting involved. So they have like scenarios, and then you watch actors go through it. And I watched it also.
Yeah.
I watched it last week.
Yeah.
And one of the actors, she, I know. I was so surprised. It was one of those things where like I'm glad she's getting work, but I was like, oh man, like.
Thank God she's not in my movie.
No, I was just like, oh, she should have.
You belong in doing.
I mean, you wish the best for, actors you meet, and like, I wish she was doing dramas, and I'm sure that's what she'd rather do rather than these like education.
I don't think
series.
anyone's dream is I want to be an actor. Like what
Maybe it is.
What do you want to do? I want to do sexual harassment.
Well, they just want to act. They want the opportunity to be in. Like to act, but maybe not.
Let's be honest,
I'm
man.
being too nice.
Yeah. What
But
fucking actor wants to be like? To me, to be honest, like all these like. Okay, so maybe let's think about this. We won't consider ourselves actors, right? But we've been in some shit. We acted, right?
Yeah.
So
terribly.
So my thing is, what is the worst? What are some things that if you were an actor, you would not put on your acting resume? Would you put, like, if you did an industrial video or a tutorial video where you're acting as a acting in for training videos for sexual harassment.
Yeah, or anything for that matter.
I mean,
just
with
like,
that, obviously you can't put that on your IMDb, but like, would you put? What are some things you would not put on there?
I don't know, like infomercial, like commercials are okay as long as they're national and not some like.
Okay.
I don't know, like.
No, I mean,
I'm the wrong person to ask.
No, I mean, like, come on, like this. Look.
All right, I'll put it in this term. In these terms,
yeah. What is
for
like
music,
this is whack?
For music, there's a lot of stuff I keep off of my resume or my my press kit. I don't put that. I was a lounge singer, like at a hotel, like stuff like that.
How about like?
There's nothing wrong with that. I probably made more money doing that than I did.
How about if you like made a jingle, but it was like, okay. So
I have made jingles,
but like this is an old joke. I think it's Dane Cook's joke, right? But like, there used to be this sporting goods store, a chain in the U.S. called Sports Chalet, right?
Yeah, Sports Chalet, sure,
right.
Of course.
But the jingle is Sports Chalet, we take you to the limit.
Yeah.
Done.
Yeah.
Right? If you wrote that, you'd be like,
I wrote that.
Yeah, would you?
Yeah, I would. Dude, that automatically people recognize that and they'd be like, "Oh, you got paid, didn't you?"
Yeah.
I mean, at least in the States, there's protection.
So
for that,
would it be on your EPK to be like the writer of the Sports Chalet jingle?
It depends what I'm trying to get into. If I'm trying to get into like a, Coachella, I'm not gonna put like, that Sports Chalet, that Sports Chalet beat. What do you call it?
Or it's what do you call it? Jim Gaffigan's joke about who came up with the jingle for Hot Pockets, right?
Oh yeah,
Hot Pockets. That's perfect.
I was just watching his stand-up yesterday. He's been coming out on my algorithm and on Facebook.
Right.
Facebook Watch, I guess you call it. And it's like I'd never really been that big a fan of Jim Gaffigan. He makes me laugh.
Right.
But like I never like seek out his stuff. But like I went through like 5-6 videos of his.
Yeah.
I was like, this guy's got great cadence and timing and.
Yeah, to me, I mean, this might sound weird, but like, he reminds me. He's like Diet Louis C.K.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. He's
like,
a little bit more PG.
He's a super PG. He doesn't curse on stage or whatever, right? So to me, it's like, but the absurdist ideas and thoughts that his brain goes to about anything, right?
Yeah.
Like, anyway, so okay, jingles. There are certain projects that I've been a part of that I wish my names weren't on.
Oh, weren't on it. Yeah. I see that. I met somebody, and I won't name her, but I ran into someone in Korea one time, and I was like, "Oh, you look so familiar. Oh, I know you.
Yeah.
You were in K-Town Hotties."
Yeah.
And her and her friends kind of rolled their eyes. They're like, "Oh, we don't talk about that." And I was like, whoa, why not? That was so funny. It was like a great video.
You know why that's hilarious?
Why?
It's because you said you won't name her. Right?
But there's only one person.
One girl.
It's you and... All right, my bad. She's really nice.
That's hilarious, man.
She's really like, I mean, ever since she's been in a lot of big projects, right? She was in Searching, right? Yeah. Anyway.
No, I mean, like, no, to me, all this is like interesting is that like, what obviously like of the stuff we did, we've in this business, there's probably things that we kind of wish we didn't do.
Yeah, of course.
Like, whether it's in the music world or in the
early on in your career, you don't really have much to go. You have to say yes to a lot of things. Right. And looking back, wouldn't you say that because you did a lot of the dirty work, it opened a lot of doors for you? It's like paying your dues, right? Well, everyone's got to pay their dues.
Yeah, I mean, the video that you were talking about earlier, was it was. I wanted to do that. It wasn't like I was forced to do it, right?
That's
like,
one of my favorite things you've ever done.
A lot of the things that I've done of yesteryear on YouTube were things I wanted to do. It wasn't like I was forced to do it, but like there were a few things where I was like, I don't want to do this. But it wasn't even like that, oh, this is going to level me up in the business. It was just a favor.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, there's times when you go,
well,
this is a favor.
You did that as a favor to Arowana Films, right?
No.
You did it together.
We did it together in the sense of like, it was, I would do the old school Koreatown, K-Town, LA girl accent just to fuck around, right? And then people thought it was hilarious. And then one girl who is friends with the girl in question, or that you said you should do a video.
Oh, so you guys, and then you approached Evan and those guys?
And Evan was there already going, we should.
Oh, yeah. Okay, cool. I wonder if Evan is like, talks about that he did that, or if it's one of those things like he'd rather not.
Well, it's on his channel.
Oh, it's okay.
Yeah.
Evan Long, right? He directed
Snake Eyes.
Snakehead, right? That's coming out, right? But he also directed Linsanity, right? He did that. So ever since doing K-Town Hotties, like he's flourished into like
I'm
quite a
sure
director.
it is real.
But I would be super proud of that.
Yeah.
I wrote a jingle for a bagel company in Korea. I won't name the bagel company because I don't want technically. Anyway,
You don't want to be associated with. The
yeah,
bagel.
I mean they never pay me. So
Were the bagels good?
I made a jingle for them, right? And they never responded to me. They asked me to do it. Like someone, I guess an agent asked me to do it, and then I did it. And I was like, "Hey, what's going on with this song?" You know, I actually liked it. So I ended up just writing a song with it
You don't know if they
called
used
Bedford Stop,
which
which is one of my favorite songs that off of my album. So
wait a minute. So they didn't use it at all. So you don't know if it exists in the form of a jingle.
I mean, it was supposed to be like a jingle that plays in the background in the shop, I guess. Oh, I don't know how they were gonna use it. If it was gonna be like a commercial, but I just assume, you know, like all the shops in Korea, they have constantly playing their own like tunes
as opposed to like some sort of random Spotify mix or whatever.
Yeah, and I didn't get paid, so I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna write a song with this. I like it. You know, it's a catchy guitar tune, right?
Yeah.
If you haven't listened to Bedford Stop, look it up right now. Let me get my 0.02 cents or whatever.
You know what? How about this? I know you rarely, or you probably don't write lyrics in Korean, right? You barely do, right? But for this Bagel Company, right?
Yeah.
If you had to write lyrics for a bagel company, like actual jingle, not like background music, but like, and the lyrics have to be in Korean. Like first thing out of your head will come out.
First thing out of my head. I have a bad experience with it, so it's just like Shibar Bagel. I'm thinking of Ricola.
Another, well, I don't even want to call it a jingle.
It's not a jingle.
Yeah. But it's like just echoes, right?
Shibar Bagel.
여기 맛없어.
We should write jingles. We should just make fake jingles. I think that'd be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
That could go viral.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, you know, I told you I was writing kid songs. Not for the fun of it. It's because I listened to Baby Shark and I'm like, what the fuck? Like this is $1 billion in this, like, you know, they've profited millions, hundreds of millions of dollars, I'm sure. Off of
children's books.
The lyrics are Baby Shark, dude. You know? Like, come on, man. Like, how unfair is life?
Okay, wait.
Yeah.
If you were the person who made the song Baby Shark, would you put that on your CV?
Hell yeah. I wouldn't be a songwriter anymore. I'd just be like, Baby Shark, bitches. That's what it would say on my card. That's what it would say. That's literally, you know, this, like, I'm CEO, bitch, you know? It would just say, Baby Shark, bitches.
Did you hear
my name card?
Did you hear the follow-up?
To Baby Shark?
Yeah, adult shark. Do. Grown up shark. Do.
But you know, right? How it goes, right? It's baby, then it goes to mommy, and then daddy and grandpa, all that stuff.
Yeah.
So I was like, what can I claim? You know, and literally every animal is claimed out there. They just haven't gone viral. So I was like, all right, I got to do something with alligator, hippopotamus. Like these words sound fun too when you say
but hippopotamus, I think, is a little too hippo. Yeah. Try to get
Hippopotamus.
I try to get a Korean person to say hippopotamus.
You're right. Okay,
hippo is probably the or in Korean is hama.
Hama is such a better, like some Korean words are just so much better when it comes to naming things.
A hippo is easy. Hippopotamus.
Hippopotamus. That's a bit much.
You know,
I like butterfly. in Korean is nabi. I think it's cuter, right? And then
I don't.
I went to the zoo on Sunday. Okay, and so I went to the zoo with the kid, and it was too many people for my. Yeah, I was just not happy. But anyway, I wanted him to see at least some animals. But this kid does not like to hold hands. So if you let him on the ground, he didn't want to be in the yumocha, what do you call it? Baby carriage anymore.
Stroller.
So we let him out, and then he starts just taking off and running. I have to run after him. There's lots of people. He's bumping into other kids, other parents. And I'm just like, he's running by every single animal and not looking. And I'm like, Benji, there's a effing tiger right there. Look at the tiger first. Like, stop. What are you running towards? And
okay,
he passed the elephant, he passed the cheetah, he passed the puma or whatever. He passed every single like exotic animal, and then he ends up like at one place. I think they're meerkat, and they're not even there that day. He's just like looking at an empty thing. Just like, this kid is so weird, you know.
Well, you know what? Maybe in order for you to inspire Benji's love for animals, right? To inspire him, the stuff that the animals that he just passed.
Yeah.
You make a jingle for all of them, whether it's elephants, meerkats.
I mean, you know, I wrote a song for him called Benjamin Baby in Blue. I love it. It's like I'm very proud of that song. But there's a line in it that says, Benjamin boy, how about a book? One we could read aloud. Benjamin, look, the elephant that is wearing a hat is sharing with zebra, turtle, owl, lion, giraffe. So I actually have written a song with animals.
Wait, time out.
That comes from, but my friend Brian One, who does all the artwork for Big Phony and all my album art, he wrote a children's book called it's called Hooray for Hat, right? And it's about these animals that, you know, basically share hats. And I put that into a song. Anyway,
wait,
check it out.
Wait. This is completely different.
I know. I went off page.
Yeah, because your son's at this age is not going to listen to that song and understand the meaning or whatever of it, right? Yeah. So if you akin to Baby Shark, if you made those types of songs that your kid would like, Jingles, then the next time you're in the zoo, you could be like, oh shit. That's the hama that we're fucking talking about. As opposed to putting it in a lyric to one of your songs.
I guess I could try that.
Right.
But really, it's about dumbing things down, right?
No, I mean, it's not for art. It's just for you to. We're talking about, if you go, fuck yeah, dude, I'm the one that made Baby Shark. Then you should make fucking Little Elephant. I don't know, Tiny Elephant, whatever.
Yeah. I mean, I have it. I have a bunch in the works. But yeah, I have to do it now and then sing it to him and see what actually sticks. But he's one of those kids that just is not. He can't sit still. So I don't know if it's me because he does like I told you I let him watch Cars, Pixar Cars. He'll only watch the intro, but the intro is like a Sheryl Crow song, and it's kind of a country tune. So I wouldn't mind him liking country growing up, but I'm just like, man, he can sit through 3 minutes of that song. But he can't sit through 10 seconds of anything I sing.
But but I'm sure the intro is not just the song, but it's the visuals that come along with it, right? Like if you play Johnny Cash for him.
That's true. One morning I just played the song, the Sheryl Crow song, and he got through maybe a minute and a half. It was first thing in the morning. And he was like, he was so excited. And then after a minute or so, he was like, He's like, what are we doing?
Yeah.
How come I can't see it? He's like looking for it.
Yeah.
So yeah, it has a lot to do with it. Of course.
So you have a lot to, not only do you need to come up with a jingle, you need to come up with flashy intro and graphics.
In the spirit of shit talking, damn that kid, man. It's just like his shit talk about my kid.
Not really. Like to me, you haven't shit. To me, like real shit talking is, hey guys, my son's a fucking idiot. Now that's shit talking, or you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's you never went into that degree. You're just like, oh, you just wild. That's like every parent that I've ever heard that doesn't with sober, like drunk parents. I've had some friends who have kids that go, holy shit, like you know what I mean?
Okay, so a couple of weeks ago, right, I told you we went to a birthday party. Eugene's kid is just a month younger than my kid, a month and a half younger than my kid, right? And we had a birthday party at a kids cafe that we rented out, right? And then his kid's much younger. My son, can say one word here and there. But then Eugene's kid is starting to form sentences. And at first I was like, oh, that's awesome. Great job, Dean. And then one time I just heard him like repeating what people were saying, right? Which is, okay. Yeah. Kids, they're parrots, right? So, but one time it was just me and him sitting and he's like playing with some cars or something. And he looks at me and he says, Uncle Bobby. And I was like, nobody told him to say that. And I was just like, this motherfucking kid, man. I was so mad. I was like, how did you learn how to say that without any... This kid is so smart. I was just like, I was so mad. I was like, Benji, where's this stupid kid? I was like, yo, hang out with Dean. Listen to this kid. He's younger than him. He's younger than you. And oh man, I was just so mad. But it is so cute. He called me Uncle Bobby. And if he was any older, it wouldn't have been anything. But just the fact that he's younger than my son, and my son still calls me, yeah!
That's hilarious. That's hilarious. No, I obviously I don't have kids, but to me that's.
My son does call me Appa, okay? That's the one good thing he can do, all right? He calls Amma Appa. Me Appa and Amma.
Look at you with the fucking caveat language.
I gotta have some pride in
every fucking business email is like, wait a minute.
If I see that kid Dean again, he calls me Uncle Bobby, I'm gonna fucking get pissed. Just kidding.
You call me that.
Benji, come over here. Dean, what did you just say?
Do you want me to call you Uncle Bobby? Uncle Bobby? That's funny. So the again, I've been told that responding to our listeners' comments, possible emails,
oh yeah, let's do this,
is a good thing. So last week we asked. Last episode, we asked our listeners to not only like give us some fashion advice, fashion tips.
Did we?
Yes, we did, because we were shitting on each other's look. I said, you look like some fucked up gas station, whatever. Anyway, so and then also how because clearly we dress and look like Americans.
Yeah.
So
we talked about that.
So what are the moves to look more Korean? So I'm gonna go on with the how to look more Korean, right?
Okay.
He 110 says have a tote bag.
All Koreans have tote bags?
Korean dudes.
Oh, really?
Or use tote bags.
Is that a fashion thing? I gotta pay more attention.
Right. To which I replied, I have two at home. Ali says, if you want to look like a Korean dude, just get your eyebrow tattooed.
Oh, that's not a clothing thing at all.
And
Do they get their eyebrows tattooed?
I know people that have, but it's because like one person I know, and it don't look good, is that because he got the what I like to call the Whoopi Goldberg.
What's that?
No eyebrows, right?
Oh.
Right? Okay. So like he got it tattooed, but it faded. So it looks like, have you ever seen like old people with tattoos? Like
sure.
And it's all faded out.
Yeah.
His eyebrows look faded out, right?
Okay.
So it don't look good. Okay. And then
all right.
And then
I might need to do that eventually. My hair is thinning out as well. I noticed it's.
So you're gonna get your scalp tattooed?
No, even my eyebrows, they're getting kind of thin. But
I know somebody who does it. And then now for legitimate fashion advice.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
This person basically shat on our fashion. Okay.
Oh, really?
JJ goes, for shirts, limit the colors, tones to black, white, gray, beige, khaki.
Okay.
As for pants, wear various tones of blue jeans or plain black jeans.
Okay.
Avoid tight-fitting clothes.
Oh, I kind of
lose the hoodies and flannel shirts.
Oh, hoodies. That's you every day.
Yeah. Love the podcast. Hang in there. You guys are great.
Oh, that's nice. The flannel shirts, like plaid shirts?
Yes.
Or like wintry shirts?
I don't know. I mean,
flannel?
That's what it says, flannel here.
Oh, I'm guessing that means plaid shirts.
Right.
I wear plaid shirts.
Right.
Oh.
And so in order to clarify who this person is talking to, I said, is this for both of us?
Yeah.
And the response is, not wearing tight-fitting clothes and flannel shirts applies to both of you. Losing the hoodie is for you. No offense, layering is another big part of styling. For example, in episode 32, although you're wearing a plain grain hoodie, layering it nicely with a khaki jacket made it look fashionable. I think investing in classy leather rider jacket always helps too, because it goes with almost anything, even hoodies.
I like that advice.
Right.
Yeah. I'm not. Yeah, I noticed you wear hoodies a lot, but you layered today.
Yeah, it was fucking cold outside.
I wonder was it because of the comment?
No, I mean, this alone would have been too cold. Like we always say like. Fall and spring in Korea last for 10 days.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So,
sucks. Yeah.
But I mean, it's still bearable. It's not like
today was actually incredibly nice.
It's not time for petting, right?
Yeah.
But I don't know. Like, I truly never really gave a shit about fashion. You know what I mean? Like, clearly, like I barely look in the mirror before I go out.
Mm-hmm.
Like in my mind, I'm like, all right, and I leave, right? But I wonder if it's something that I need to not go over the top and like fucking start doing outfit of the day, like on Instagram or whatever. But I wonder if I need to, like spend more time on it.
Why not?
Styling or whatever.
Only if it makes you feel more confident.
I think the reason why I didn't give a shit is because for more than half my life, I was a dumpy motherfucker. You know what I mean? Like a
oversized,
like a fat motherfucker, right?
Okay.
But like just dumpy looking, right? So I didn't care about fashion because, to me, like again, I'm a supreme negative hater, right? So if I see like a dumpy motherfucker with nice clothes on, trying to look fashionable.
You judge them.
Yeah, I'm just like, just because the wrapping is nice, it's still shit inside the wrapping, right? Like that's how I always think, and so I rarely cared. And then hoodies is just they're comfortable.
I think I read a comment. I don't know if it was the last video or not. I think it was Tezon said something about as long as quality, it lasts a long time. That I'm very into now. Like I used to, I used to dress only in Uniqlo because it was really cheap, and but then I think I told you guys why I stopped wearing Uniqlo, because somebody called me out. My wife got mad.
Desan goes, buying shit you can afford, to flex ironically keeps you broke. But if you can afford them, high quality goods that last end up being cheaper long term.
That's what I was talking about.
I think it was in reference to, like a lot of rappers, not just in the US, but in Korea, that like flex are not really rich.
Yeah.
It's all like a show.
They have nice cars, but they still live at home.
Yeah. So I think that's what he's referring to.
I think I might have talked about this, but I bought a Barber jacket.
Yes.
One of those London, like those England weather coats. Raincoat kind of things. I bought that, and it was very expensive. But the reason why I was sold on it was, my brothers both had one. My sister-in-law had it, and I was like kind of researching it. And somebody had written somewhere, these have been around for a long time. It's actually, the quality is so good. If you upkeep it really well, it's something you can hand down to your children. So that made me think, then this is totally worth it. Because most like jackets or clothes I buy, like jeans, they last maybe a year or two, and then I have to toss it. But the idea of spending a little bit more on this jacket and knowing that if I like take care of it, I can hand it down to Benji one day, then that's pretty cool. So I think I dropped like $400 on the jacket.
I mean, it's not that bad.
4 or 5.
Like if you went, I spent a G on it, then I'll be like, oh wow.
I mean, they get that expensive,
right?
But the classic ones, thankfully, were under $500 when I picked one up. Like now, we talked about this also, like the Canada Goose and the Montclair, like those bubble jackets. I'm on the fence. For the quality and the warmth, I think it's, but I don't know if you would go as far to say you would hand one of those down to your kids.
I don't think I would hand any clothes to my kids. Like I'd be like, because who knows what fashion is back like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but
like,
it all comes back, like vintage clothes and whatnot. Right?
Yeah, I guess. Let's. I'd much rather pass them down like a timeless watch or something like that. You know what I mean?
You wouldn't pass down your masturbator shirt?
No.
No? Oh, no. Because it's pretty much disintegrated.
Yeah.
You still have it though, right?
Not here. It's probably back home. It's printed on a fucking AAA t-shirt.
Oh, okay.
So yesterday, I have a question for you. I have a question for the listeners too. So yesterday I was working from home. Right?
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, the good old KT satellites or systems.
Oh, yeah.
Right? So
yeah.
My house internet is KT.
Yeah.
My cell phone provider is KT.
Yeah.
And
so is the work, internet.
So it was in the middle of me, you, and it was like a business
a meeting. Yeah,
right?
we had a meeting.
And just cut out. And I was like, all right. So I'm trying to get on. I was like, what the fuck was going on?
Yeah.
And usually when I'm working from home, technically, like I wake up like 2 minutes before I should start working. That's the only good thing about working from home.
Oh, really?
Like if I'm supposed to be up at, if I'm supposed to quote unquote be at work at 10, I wake up at 9:58.
Really?
And go to my thing, right?
Oh, that's responsible.
Right, and I'm just kind of, like, I'm not washed up. I just, just sleep in my eye, just like, whatever, right?
Right. Regardless of you having a 10 a.m. meeting, you start at 10.
Right.
Okay.
Right. That I do, right?
Yeah.
And then so things aren't working.
Yeah.
Internet's not working. I was like, oh man, I got work to do. So I was thinking about, okay, well, there's a cafe next to my house or near my house. I'll just go there and do some work.
Yeah.
But then my building people call. They're like, hey, the water in this whole building, the water bill is extremely high. We need to come check it out. Right? So I was like, shit. Because I was like,
you can go anywhere then.
I couldn't go anywhere. And then like the thing was, how I told you that my toilet wasn't working?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I didn't call them.
Oh, you never called them?
I never called them because I was too like.
So you still turn off the water every time?
That's what I did. Yeah. Because of like the whatever. Anyway. So it can't be me because, matter of fact, I'm probably saving more water than anybody in the building, right?
You turn it off.
But then now that this fool's coming, like,
you got to clean your place.
Yes. So here I am, like cleaning my place, like just like fuck, right. And then this dude comes. I'm still like halfway. The place is still dirty, but like there's it's not as dirty as whatever.
Yeah.
So he checks the water. I told him about the toilet. Then he goes, okay. I don't know when we're gonna come fix this, but just in case, can you give me your
code? Yeah.
So I gave him my code, right? After I gave him my code, I washed up quick, went to the cafe, and started working. When I get back at like 4:35-ish, everything's on.
Yeah.
The toilet's fixed.
Oh, they fixed. Okay. Okay.
Here's my question. Do you change your code because now a stranger knows your code?
It's your landlord.
Well, someone who works for the landlord.
Okay. And there's CCTV in the building?
Supposedly, yes.
Oh. Yeah. No, I personally don't have anything that valuable in my home.
Oh, me neither.
Okay.
But just, I don't know. Like, that's something that I want to ask.
I would. I mean, for me now, yeah. I mean, the right answer is to change it if you have like a kid and a family, and you don't want like some person. If something could go wrong, they could get really drunk and end up at the wrong place, and like, oh, I have the code for this place, and I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, those are the things that I'm
unlikely, but
I mean,
unlikely.
If the dude got drunk and came to my place, he'd be like, you know what, we should probably go to another unit. So that was something that as I was working today, I was like, should I fucking change my code?
I think you should always when it comes to that kind of thing.
No,
I've heard some stories about that where people gave out their codes to people because they were gone for a weekend and and then they just always kept the code, and then one time they figured no one would be home, and then they tried to use the place one time to hook up with somebody. Oh, I forget where I heard that story.
So like, I mean, that's something that I should change it. But you know what I mean? Like, here's the thing: for 4 years, my body drunkenly, like it's programmed, right? Now, if you're drunk and you go you're like, fuck.
Yeah. I've been there.
Yeah.
Because I thought I was on the 3rd floor, but I was really on the 2nd floor. And my neighbor, when I finally figured it out, because I was yelling and I was like, what the? I was like, what the? It's not working. Yeah. And then finally I was like, I'm so sorry. I was like, I'm on the wrong floor. They must have been freaking out. Like, who the hell is trying to get into my apartment? So, and you know the size of my old apartment. It's just one room. You step in and that's the whole room. So they definitely heard me. God. Oh, traumatic. Anyway.
No, but like that's what I'm curious. So yes, I should change the door lock or the code.
I think you should. I mean, I think it's safe to do so every year at least.
Dang, someone's been. The personal information training? Did you?
I was wondering because even when somebody gets off the elevator, or when the elevator's still open and I'm opening it, you know how it makes a dee 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 dee. Like I wonder if people can memorize the sound of the numbers.
It's possible.
That makes me nervous sometimes too. So I'll often wait for the elevator door to close,
right,
and then I'll go for it because I'm paranoid.
If anyone is that crazy to know deet, like, you know what I mean? Like as with the sound of the numbers.
Yeah.
That the correspond they're in the wrong.
I don't know. Maybe the Rain Man lives in your building or something.
It's definitely 45 meters.
So I wanted actually no, I don't want to talk about that. I don't want to. I watched The Closer. Okay.
Yeah, so did I.
I watched The Closer.
The Dave Chappelle
Yeah.
special.
And, I had read a lot of articles, not a lot, maybe like 10 articles
That's a lot.
of,
Full articles or just the headlines?
full articles.
Okay.
Because I wanted to see what everything was about. And I still hadn't seen The Closer. I just wanted to, for once, see it from the perspective of, the people that are upset and then watch it and make a decision then. And I don't know, I might get a lot of hate for this, but I was just kind of like, I'm still on Dave Chappelle's side.
Yeah,
of
me too.
things. I mean, there's no sides. It's really, in my opinion, I think Dave is trying to break barriers, actually, break down those barriers and those walls. Maybe it's not the most, but I wouldn't cancel him. I don't think it's right to cancel someone like Dave Chappelle, someone you can have a conversation with, right?
Yes.
If he's just straight up like a, transphobic, like racist, kind of like, he's not, if that was the case and you can't change the person, then yeah, I would say, hey, don't give him a special. Don't give him like so much, like.
I think fundamentally what not just with the Dave situation, but overall, we've come to a point where we can't express our beliefs, right, in a healthy way. Because if you're not on my team, and you don't think and believe the way I do, then you're my enemy and you're against me. And that's
getting to,
and yeah, that's the fundamental issue of like what I see from The Closer was that nowhere in that, and he tries to like emphasize, I'm not saying hurt these motherfuckers. I'm not saying like kill them. I'm on your side in terms of your well-being and your opportunities and whatnot. But here is my view on, I still think what I believe you guys are, right?
Yeah.
But if that's attacking, right? If that is inflammatory, if that hurts your feelings, then there is no possible way for anyone to have any discussion about anything. And I was telling you over lunch, I was like, let's say majority of the world is Christian, right? But let's say I'm in the minority and I'm Buddhist or Muslim or whatever, right? And then it's like me going like, like you making your, I think Christianity is the only true religion and all your religions I don't believe in it, right?
Yeah.
That's what my belief is, right? Then we can have a discussion. Well, this is why I disagree, right?
Yeah.
But if you say that and I go, no, you know what? As a minority, I'm not listening to you. Like you are attacking all other religions. Go fuck yourself.
I see your point.
Like to me, that's where we can't have discussions. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, if anything, to be honest, I don't know any trans people. Personally, or I'm not like good friends with any, but it's let me learn more about them and how they feel. Dave Chappelle actually brought that to light for me personally,
right.
And actually I tend to, I say I side with Dave Chappelle, but not on the side of like the issue. These people or that people or us or them.
Right.
It's not that. It's more like I'm on his side in terms of like freedom of speech. And, I don't think he's trying to really, I think it's punching down he was talking about, right?
Yeah.
It's like, I don't know. This is why I didn't want to talk about it because I still haven't formed the words yet for myself. But I feel like I never really had to before because I don't live in a world where I know every kind of person, or
but
I
who
know
does though?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. It's true. And so you can say that,
right?
But if I did, it would probably mean a lot more to me. I know. Like I have gay friends, right? And if Dave Chappelle was like attacking gay people, in a way where I felt like, yo, that's too much, then I would be, it would be a different situation.
Yeah, but again, what he did, I believe.
He can still joke about gay people, by the way.
Yeah.
He jokes about Asian people.
Right.
He jokes about black people,
Right.
about white people. And so, but that's the whole point. Comedians are they're expressing their freedom of speech. Right. We allow them to,
right.
because they take it to limits where most people don't get to see that perspective. And we laugh our asses off, right. because we know in our heart of hearts that that's funny, you know?
Yeah. A part of me is just like, I'm just more, I think I've probably said this a handful of times, but once society starts trying to police people's feelings, mm-hmm. or you know what I mean? Like, or not police feelings, but like now we have to pay attention to, oh, did I hurt your feelings? As society as a whole's job or media's job.
Yeah.
Then that's when like can't do anything. We shouldn't do anything. Like, you know what I mean? Like, like even in Korea with the especially with the stand-up scene, right? Like I would say this, like I know it's kind of different, but when you see a hardcore rape scene in a movie, it's kind of viewed as just acting or whatever it is, right? It's not like, oh my God, you know what I mean? Like, I can't believe they showed rape on film, right? I was like, no, it's a story, it's a character, blah, 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 right? Yeah. But once it's under the context of comedy, right? As soon as I say the word rape,
some people come after
they wait. It's not no laughing matter.
Yeah.
And I was like, but you didn't hear
right.
my joke. Just the word fucking triggered you to connect this, right? And then it reminds me of Kevin Shea's stupid joke where he goes, rape is a really tough word. You know, it's fucking tough. But if you add a G in front of it, it's just a delicious fruit.
That's funny. You know, I think with I think with Chappelle, like, all right, like, nobody, we don't need him to be perfect. You know, like, I think that's the wrong thing to want out of anybody. Like, you only let the people that are perfect in the eyes of society thrive. Like, actually, I'm more excited to see people working out their emotions and the way they feel about things and seeing that in the being in the public eye, because that's more human to me. Mm-hmm. Like, I love it when I see people fuck up and then, you know, they rise from those occasions, you know, they rise and become better people. Like, that's my hero story. Yeah. You know, and Dave Chappelle might in this situation, like, I feel like, he talked a long time in the closer about this issue, but it was kind of important because that's where he was getting the most hate and people are trying to cancel him. So if he had only talked about it for a few minutes, right, I think maybe that's what we would be talking about. Why did he brush it under the rug?
But beyond that, like you talked about like people fucking up and redeeming.
Yeah.
I personally don't think there was a fuck up on his part. You know what I mean?
Yeah, okay.
You know what I mean?
Okay,
like in the sense of like, I'm sure he's fucked up in life before.
I guess what I mean is like, for a lot of people, it wasn't a perfect delivery on his part. Like,
but
explaining just the way he goes about it, right?
But again, it's the argument of him going, I don't wish ill on you. I had a close friend that was one of you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And she committed suicide.
Yeah, that sucks.
Right?
Yeah.
Because of obviously he didn't say it's because of it, but she was defending me.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And then the punchline is, if that Daphne had a kid, I want to be like, I met your father, right?
Yeah.
And to me, that's him going.
He was a wonderful woman.
Yeah.
That's such a great.
But he's standing his ground in terms of what he believes, not how he in his mind categorize it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And again, I don't think that's, he can categorize it his way.
Yeah.
You know, they can categorize it their way. You can categorize it your way.
That's the point for me.
Yeah.
I am doing that myself now. I'm figuring out all these conversations I've never personally have had before, and I'm hearing other people, these articles and all this stuff. This is all new to me.
Yeah.
For the most part. Right. And so now I'm forming my own opinions about it, and I want to. At the end of the day, you know, I always want to equal rights for all, but I want to make sure I know what I'm saying. I know what I'm talking about. Right before I that's why it was hard for me to say, let's talk about this. Cause I don't want to form these thoughts like on camera.
No, I get what you're saying in terms of, and I think it's the responsible way to think and act and speak. You know what I mean? And I personally haven't done much research. Probably won't, because not that interested in it. You know what I mean? And again, me saying this right now, some people would take it as I'm dismissive of that whole community.
Oh yeah.
Right.
I don't think you're
but again, it don't matter how you interpret it. Somebody else who watches this can interpret it in a million variety of ways, and then be like, that motherfucker is attacking
people
us.
Don't know you like I know you, and like I have no patience for people that cannot have a conversation with someone. They just right away write them off because of one thing they say.
Yeah, but that's what's going on in culture. That's what
that's true.
That's my argument, is that it's like, you know what I mean? Like what did he say that is like inciting hate for your community or for violence for your community? Has your community been terrorized and people like gotten beaten up and murdered? Absolutely. That I agree with. But what did he say in his hour and 10-minute or his special that incited you to get punched, stabbed, abused? You know what I mean? Then that's my point, is that like in the issue is like, I feel like everyone, and then I feel like people find power, whatever group it is, like, oh, let's take him down, let's cancel him, let's cancel her, and they did it. Oh, that feels good. Our group accomplished something. What did it really accomplish?
Right, exactly.
You know what I mean?
I'm still like that stuff still kind of really bugs me when I think about like just coming after people with pitchforks without like
you know, like I'm personally, I wish that when it comes to canceling, right, unless it was like a full-blown felony, you know what I mean, like rape, murder, you know, that kind of shit, then okay, cancel you.
Oh yeah,
right. You know what I mean? Like if we get into that realm, right? But if it's for, I mean, I haven't even read this, and I wanted, because I didn't want to get extra mad. But some headline I saw, people are trying to cancel Clint Eastwood for something he said 45 years ago.
Oh yeah,
right.
I heard about that.
I haven't read the article because I was like, I don't want to get even more annoyed at society. Right. But ultimately, those are the things that I'm like, okay, man, like when it comes to speech, because it hurt your feelings, we like,
fuck your feelings. Kind of thing.
Dude,
to
man,
a certain extent, right? To a certain extent.
No, absolutely, dude. Like, come on, like the world, life is a hard place.
I agree.
mean? You know?
I agree. Some people need to like just chill out. Like it's, you know, it's better. You're better off being challenged,
right?
At times,
and figuring out how to defend, reflect, like figuring out how to do that. Because, dude, man, like if you coddle yourself, like I believe that when it gets harder, you're gonna be a mess. It's not gonna be like, I'm gonna think logically and blah blah blah.
Yeah, I mean, this is something I think about for my kid too. And so like I you know, I grew up in a Christian household. I went to Christian college, you know, I denounced Christianity for quite some time, but then I came back because I was looking at it all wrong. Like for me, one of the things that I think is most remarkable about humans, and I think is very important, and it's a beautiful thing, is forgiveness. I think forgiveness actually lets you grow in relationships in a bigger way than if you had no fuck ups between yourselves. Right? Fighting is important, even when you don't know what you're saying, and you're working it out together. And when you forgive each other, you make a connection that's almost like it's more than just emotional. It goes deep within, and it stays with you. So I think if you for me, I'm always thinking about that, like in this cancel culture thing, like I'm like always asking, if I knew that person, how long would it take me to forgive them? Like Louis C.K., right? All right, what he did, maybe I can't speak for the women that he really but if he was my friend, there would be a part of me to figure out, all right, there's time, I'm going to make time for forgiveness. Or if he felt like he needed forgiveness from me. Well,
I truly, this is how I believe. He doesn't need forgiveness from you.
Yeah, I'm saying if we're friends, I'm not going to cut him off for a mistake I know he knows he feels sorry for.
Right.
I think people can come out of, everyone has fucked up in big ways, in little ways, whatever it is. Like everybody has experienced that, and somebody has let them off the hook. And somebody has forgiven them. Somebody's helped them recover or become better people.
I guess I'm thinking about forgiveness in the sense of the person who should forgive, in my mind, is the person that got wronged. Meaning, right? Like in Louis' case, the women should
that's
forgive.
For sure.
Right? Like if I was a friend,
they should forgive, or they're the ones that have the right to forgive or not.
Right.
But
as if I was a friend, and I have a lot of friends like this where I go, yeah, man, you fucked up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But I'm still here for you.
Yeah. That's not forgiveness. It's just more support.
That's more,
right?
Yeah.
So in my mind, I would define forgiveness as that, where like if someone wronged me, and I go, hey, and they go, I'm sorry, I fucked up to you personally, then I'll be like, oh man, it's all good. I think that's what forgiveness is. Yeah. As a friend or whatever, I'm just like, yeah, you fucked up. But that doesn't change. It might like change maybe like a little bit of the relationship. You know what I mean? Like I thankfully, we all don't, personally, I don't think we have friends that go like that are not that they have differing views, but they have like views that you go, this is morally wrong. And I can't agree with you. Let's say we had KKK friends, hypothetically. Okay. Right? Let's say we did. I don't. You probably don't, right? But let's say we did. Fundamentally and morally, there's something that we don't agree with. Right? Yeah. And then at that point, I don't know if necessarily like we'll be homies. Yeah. You understand what I'm saying? Like if it's like, oh well, I'm a liberal and and you're a conservative. Yeah. That I think we can, even though we fundamentally we don't see eye on a lot of things. I think that can be patched up, but it's like, but if it's like, if you're a Holocaust denier, I'll be like, wait a minute now. You know what I mean? Like those, I think there are levels to what differences we can agree and respect, and some differences you're like, all right, dude.
Like you can't hang out with people that don't drink.
Absolutely. Absolutely. On Tinder, I'm still on it, by the way. On Tinder, some people it'll say, oh, I don't drink alcohol. I'm like, I don't care how hot you are. Left. Reject.
They say that on their
술 못 마셔요. 운동 좋아해요. 책 읽는 거 좋아해요. I'm like, you like to work out, read books, and don't drink? Get the fuck out of here. I don't want to have it boring.
Oh man. This is a good place to wrap up. Just because
I don't care how hot you are. If you don't drink, get out of here.
That's funny.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. So I don't want to talk about the closer. I told you this is gonna it's just I feel bad that I don't have an opinion that's strong enough to be like, oh yeah, Bobby knows what he's talking about.
What do you have strong opinions on that you like to voice? Aren't you more careful?
I mean, forgiveness for one thing. Yeah. I'm very that's a big reason why I am a Christian,
right?
Because I think it gives people, certain people, not everybody maybe, but it's an out, a reason to live. Because some people cannot handle the fact that they've just fucked up too much in their life.
Yeah.
But at least in Christianity, for me, I came back to it because fundamentally, just it says that, Bobby, as much as a fuck up you are, you're accepted. There's a way out. There's a way to being redeemed. And and so you know me, I get super depressed, and when I mess up, or I feel when I fuck up, right? So I often, that's when I get on my knees and I pray, and it does help me. And I ask people for prayer, and that helps me even more. So maybe it's a gimmick, maybe it's real or not real, but for me it works.
Yeah.
And I know that it makes me a better person and makes me more empathetic, to other people's situations as well. And I think that's really important. And I can be there for certain people that need that as well. So anyway, I'll end there. I don't want to be all moksa on you.
You've been moksa for the last 60 plus episodes.
I know.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But anyway, the one thing I can say that I'm kind of excited about, but I'm kind of side-eyeing it, is that the end of this week, on the 30th, return to stage. Already sold out.
Already sold out.
And every 2 weeks we're doing shows.
It's gonna be more fun the second show then. It's not sold out, the second one?
No.
I should go to that one because we could probably stay out past 10 on that one.
Yes, you
right?
can. The rumors are, and that's what I'm excited about.
Yeah.
The shows are one thing, but the thing that I miss the most is the hang afterwards.
The drunken nights.
The hang, the hang afterwards.
Yeah, so many amazing conversations happen from doing a great show.
Yeah.
And then people can't wait to hang out afterwards.
The hang afterwards. We did something amongst the comedians because we missed the hang so much. So our old routine was, there's that show at Ideas Table or whatever behind the El7 Hotel or whatever. Not the
brewery,
El7.
The microbrewery.
So after we finish a gig there, we cross the street and we go to this hole-in-the-wall 양꼬치 집.
Okay.
Called 꼬치 양꼬치, right? And then it's second and third floor. Third floor is usually empty. They give it to us. This is pre group limitations, right? So it'd be 8, 9 of us, and we're there drinking, eating, blah, 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 having a good time. And then some people that got to go. And then we go to our other spot, which is where I say they have the best spaghetti in Korea.
Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah.
Right. So that
that's
was our course. That is the course of 2차, 3차, right? For us. And we couldn't do that forever.
Oh, yeah.
So one day in the afternoon, some of the comedians go, "Hyung, although we can't do the comedy, should we do the 양꼬치 and then the 2차?"
That's cool.
And I was like, "Yeah, let's fucking do it." But the 양꼬치 집 closed.
Oh, it closed?
Right? Oh, no.
That sucks.
Right? So we went to the one next door, which is not that good. But we went there and then we went to the thing. So now we can have a proper hang,
We want to hear from you too. Let us know for those of you in Korea at least, you guys get to hang out too. So let's hear your stories. Let's make some memories.
Yeah.
Read some books.
Hi. Gray hoodie. Plain casual jacket. What do you think now, JJ? Huh?